Hello student, today I am going to discuss Davison and Jarmar experiment. Davison and Jarmar performed an experiment in 1927 to study the wave nature of electrons. They used the diffraction effects of electron radiation scattered by crystals. The experimental setup used by them is shown in figure. This is the experimental setup used by Davison and Jarmar experiment. Important parts of this figure, important parts of the setup are: number one, electron gun. So this is electron gun. It consists of a tungsten filament F. This is tungsten filament F with barium oxide coating. So coating is barium oxide. This filament acts as an emitter. It is heated by low tension LT, low tension, a battery to give thermionic emission. When it is heated, electrons are emitted. The emitted electrons are accelerated with the help of high tension battery HT source. A guided cylinder with a hole arranges this electron into collimator fine straight beam, that is fine straight beam. Second point is nickel crystal. This is nickel crystal. The beam of electrons is incident on the nickel crystal and atoms of the crystals scatter the beam in all direction. When electrons beam, so from the filament, electron when is heated by low tension, the electrons are accelerated by using the high tension, and electrons when falls on the nickel crystal, so electrons are scattered. And number third point of the setup is a detector or collector. It can be moved on a circular scale. It is further connected to a sensitive galvanometer to detect current proportional to the intensity of the electron beam. So this is a detector. This detector detects the intensity of the electron beam. So these are the setups, these are the parts of the experiment. Now, how it is working? A beam of comparatively slow electrons emitted by the electron gun is made to fall on nickel crystal. The scattered beam of electron is received by detector, which can be positioned at any angle by rotating it about the point of incidence. The energy of the incident beam of electrons can also be varied by changing the applied voltage to the electron. The intensity of scattered beam of electron is measured as the function of the angle of scattering. According to classical physics, the intensity of scattered beam of electrons at all scattering angles will be same, but when the graphs between the intensity of scattered beam of electrons at different angles of scattering at different accelerating voltages were plotted by Davison and Jarmar, they found that the intensity of scattered beam of electron not the same, but different at different angles of scattering. So they have found like this graph. At 44 voltage they are getting like this, 48 voltage like this, 54 voltage the intensity of beam is like this, and again you see at 54 volt, the intensity curve is it becomes more curve, the more intensity, whereas angle of scattering is 50 degree. At angle of scattering 50 degree, potential 54 volt, so intensity beam is maximum. So when the division jammer plot the graph voltage versus intensity beam, they got at 54 volt that scattering angle 50 degree and the intensity curve is maximum, sharp point. When the beam of electrons accelerated through a potential 54 volt was made to incident on the nickel crystal, the intensity of scattered beam was maximum at scattering angle of 50 degree, and a strong peak was obtained in this case. Now, if you see here this line, here total angle is 180 degree. Phi plus theta plus theta, you see 2 theta and 1 phi equal to 180 degree. Then theta equal to phi equal to 180 degree. So theta equal to 2 theta 180 degree minus phi is 50 degree, 180 degree minus phi is 50 degree, phi is 50 degree, it is 130 degree. So theta equal to 65 degree. This is called glancing angle. Glancing angle is 65 degree. It means when a beam of electron is incident on nickel crystal at a glancing angle 65 degree, the sharp maximum is obtained at a scattering angle of 50 degree. So according to de Broglie wavelength, according to de Broglie hypothesis, the wavelength of electron accelerated through a potential V is given by lambda equal to 12.27 square root of V angstrom. So if you put potential is V equal to 54 volt, then your result will be 54, result is 1.67 angstrom. According to Bragg's law, for first order diffraction maximum n equal to 1, we have 2d sin theta equal to L lambda. So this is the Bragg's law. They have used this equation and they have put this value. So interplanar spacing is 0.91 Armstrong. So all this value put it 0.91 into sine of 65 degree, because glancing angle is 65 degree and what the first order, so lambda equal to got 1.65 Armstrong. This is completely wave nature. So you see from equation 1 and 2, this both the results from equation 1 and 2, it is clear that their result is a close agreement with each other. So Davison-German experiment provides the direct verification of de Broglie hypothesis of wave nature of moving particles. So this is wave. So this is completely wave nature, and here also you see de Broglie wavelength of electron we are getting 1.67 Armstrong. This value is close with this value, means it means when electrons moving, electron behaves as a wave nature. So basically Davison and Germer performed the experiment for the wave nature of electron. So Davison-Germer performed an experiment to study wave nature of electron. Thank you.